How you doing, everyone? Welcome back to the It's Time to Go, a Big Brother Australia podcast. I think we just call it It's Time to Go now. I don't know. Either way, we are going to talk to Michael, or I just spoke to Michael. I'm going to play that interview for you right now. I was not prepared to talk to Michael today because I totally expected someone else to get evicted. I think a lot of people did. I want to say thanks so much to Big Brother and Channel 10 and Paramount for helping us out in organizing these interviews. I believe I'm one of the first people talking to the evictees after they leave the house, which is absolutely wild. But right now, it's the first evictee. We'll talk more after the interview with Michael. How you feeling? You're about 12 hours out of the eviction.
I was just calling my daughter, checking emails, catching up on life. I can't imagine what it would have been like if this had been 3 weeks.
Yes.
You know what it's like. You go on a holiday, and imagine going on a holiday and not checking a single email or phone call the whole time. It's brutal. The anxiety is massive.
Well, I was up here I was at the opening night show, and it feels like a lifetime since then. It feels like a long time ago, so it must have felt like a lot happened in there.
We say that in the house. Like, the amount of conversations I've had even with Bruce in the house is probably more than I've had with my mother or my sisters in 2 years. Because you're forced into that situation 24/7, bored out of your mind.
Yeah.
So we were saying the same thing. I feel like I've been away for months and I'm catching up on life.
Great.
I've been away for a week.
And talking about conversations you were having in the house, one thing that I was really surprised to hear about that you said on the stage last night was your relationship with Mia and the way it developed. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that? Because it seemed like, your video package from the start, you were the not keen on the woke snowflake types. And by the end of it, it seems like you guys really formed a bond.
Yeah, well, I'm still not keen on anything that comes out of her mouth. But I just think, but she's a lovely girl, She just really is. She's just the kind of girl you can't not love her, really, at the end of the day. She's a bit like me. I'll say a certain thing, but at the end of the day, I'm not really convicted in my beliefs. I'm not, hardened by any means. Everyone, live and let live. And I think she's the same. She has her opinions. Bruce and I hit back, and then we suntan, but I don't think they show that part on the show, because that's not interesting.
Yeah, no, I was.
You see it on the lives that we all actually get on afterwards and have dinner, and it's one big happy family.
Absolutely, I was quite impressed, by the fact that I know I can personally hold a grudge or feel uncomfortable around someone after I've had a bit of a back and forth or a disagreement with them. But the fact that you guys were able to just bounce back and keep the good vibes going was admirable. It was impressive.
Yeah, nothing. There are a couple that lasted, but they all involved Holly. I think she's the only one that I've had an argument with someone and then peeled off and laid in bed for a couple of hours because I just can't go back out there, whatever. Well, that's not me. I fight with Colin. We were fine 2 minutes later. It was fine. Neither of us apologised, and we just said, we looked at each other and said, well, neither of us going to apologise.
Yeah.
All good.
What were
men, right? That's men. Men are different to women. Oh, there's a woman in this room with me, so I've got to be careful.
It's a different ballgame.
It is true, though. Women do hold resentment a lot, just further than blokes. It's just I think it's a fact. A lot of things I think are facts apparently aren't.
One of the things you were talking about was Holly. Last night you talked about her relationship with Colin, and I think you sort of parroted something that a lot of people on the outside have been saying, which is questioning the legitimacy or the sincerity of their relationship, how much of it was a showmance. What do you think's going to happen going forward there? I know on some of the live streams we've seen some clips now of it looks like it looks like it's getting rockier already.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they played what I said in my exit interview. I think they played that to the housemates last night, and I gave Colin some advice just to not fall too deep because it's all, I call it a faux-mance. You call it a showmance, same thing.
Okay.
Completely fake bullshit relationship that Holly's just created to try and stay in the house. And look, it worked for her in the end. I mean, inside the house, everyone wanted her gone. Even the people who nominated me originally, like Coco and whatnot, in the end were like, I hope they didn't want me to go because I kind of grew on them. But unfortunately, we nominated 2 days in when I was at, peak casually sexist self. And
that'll do it. That can do it. Yeah.
That'll do it. Yeah, that did do it. Here I am.
Yeah. I saw last night put Holly as the head of house. What was the logic, the rationale behind it?
Oh, rationale behind that was maximum mayhem. Really. So I didn't want to choose anybody that wouldn't rock the boat. You know, Big Brother wants ratings. Big Brother wants good TV. So originally I was like, oh, who would be good? You know, it was head housemate. Oh, maybe Lance, maybe whatever. And then I thought, hang on, God, no, Holly. Because they're saved for another week and everybody can't stand this girl. So let's keep her in there. And it's great. It's great. It's going to cause more fights, more tension. Yeah, and then it also forces her hand. She's been saying she wants to leave. Well, if she knows now that she's going to be stuck there 2 more weeks, she might walk tomorrow.
Where do you think that's coming from her, that she wants to leave? Has it gotten too much for her early on? She can't handle the heat, or what is it?
She said to me, because she pulled us all aside, span her nonsense. But she was like, I've done everything I came in here to do. You know, she's already got 100,000 followers. She's already got all this sort of stuff, and she just doesn't feel like she needs to be there anymore. It was all just nonsense. I think it was just so people sort of started concentrating on Jane and me, really. And then, of course, it was the night of nominations, or the night she was nominated. Just she threw herself into bed with Colin. Completely attacked him.
Oh, right.
It was that night. I don't know how it played out on TV, but, in real time, in lives, it was that night. It was like we all just laughed. Like all the boys were like, surely. We were like, I hope the people on the outside can see that this is complete and utter bullshit. And they did, because when I came out and said that stuff on stage, everyone was nodding in the audience, like, yeah. Because I thought I might come out and say that everyone would boo me, like, oh no, they're in love. But no, I'm glad that people are cottoning on.
I think the tide sort of like, because I've been at all the live shows, and I think the tables have sort of turned on a few people in the eye of public perception, and you were one of them, where towards the sort of first nomination show, there were sort of some boos towards you and towards Bruce, and then towards last night's episode, you were getting a lot of cheers when you were on the screen, and you were getting a much more positive reaction, and I think a lot of people were surprised that it didn't go another way as to who as to who left.
But that's what happened inside the house too. Like, Coco nominated me, Holly nominated me. Like, I don't think they'd nominate me if I was still in the house today. So, I'd probably just maybe I'd get nominated by Lance. I think or Connor. I'd probably get 2 noms now instead of 5 or 6 like I did before.
Yes.
So, if I'd have survived last night, I probably would have made it 2 or 3 weeks, but I didn't, and here I am. But yeah, no, like, I am a bit of a slow burn. Like, I can come across as a bit of a prick, but I'm not really. I'm not that convicted in my beliefs. I just like to shit stir. And once people work that out, it's like, oh, okay. He doesn't really hate women.
Of course. Why would you?
Western blokes. Slightly.
Hey, when it comes to we were talking about people who you mentioned Connor potentially nominating you now. We saw, I think, on the show some pretty heated moments that maybe you were initially instigating, and you said you were gonna stir shit once you got in there, and you definitely did. Was there a good relationship with you guys outside of those big heated moments, or were you guys always, was it destined that you guys were going to butt heads once you got in there?
I think everyone in the house had a good relationship with everyone else in the house.
Good.
On a day-to-day basis, except maybe Holly.
Right.
Holly removed herself in those situations and sort of felt sorry for herself, and then sat and strategized about what she was going to do next. And the rest of us just got on with our day. So that blow up with Colin didn't like. Oh, Connor. I keep getting those two mixed up.
I do the same. Yeah.
Oh, even Big Brother did. Actually made that mistake a couple of times in the house. He said Colin's in the diary room. Oh, sorry, Connor. It's just the CO. So yes, Connor.
Well, because I think the first 3 people they introduced on the show were Colin, Coco, and then Connor. So it was the triple co. Yeah. It was the triple co's. Yeah.
Yeah. We've all done it, even a week in. So no, I know exactly who we're talking about. Connor. It was fine. Connor's fine. I mean, let's face it, he's not someone I would hang out with in sort of the real world. I just wouldn't. If you lived next door to me, I'd hang out with him, but he's not someone I sort of, go out of my way to catch up with the same way I would with, Bruce or Vinny or Ed.
Sure.
He's a nice bloke.
You were talking last night about people who you thought might win or might go next. I was surprised by, it was Sarah and Vinny. They're two great personalities. We haven't seen a lot of her on the show yet.
Yeah, well, that's exactly why I think she'll win. Emily, what
did I slip? Sorry.
Yeah, you said Sarah. That's so funny. Someone in the show called her Sarah. It just must be like a similarly sort of Christian name. I don't know. But Emily, she just flies. There you go. You don't even remember her name, right?
Yeah.
So that's a perfect example of why she's flying under the radar. You don't even know what her name is. She just doesn't say anything offensive. I don't think she'd get a lot of time on the live stream.
Yeah.
She's just nice.
I really feel like she's. I really feel like she is like a beautiful personality, but she just hasn't been there a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she never says anything offensive. Like, I just don't see how you could possibly nominate her with a straight face. So she's just got to be there at the end. Yeah.
And Vinny, do you think he has the personality, or do you think he just has the looks, or what do you think he's got it?
I think young girls are going to vote for Vinny because he's cute.
Sure.
But he does have an opinion. He just sort of bites his tongue. Like, when Bruce and I say something mildly offensive, he kind of looks over and winks and sort of nods, and he's just too scared to say anything. But no, he's, Bruce, Vinny, Ed, and I are all on the same page. We're all lads.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we're talking about people that you may want to, not people you want to see win, but people you may want to go out next, are you going to be continuing to follow the show? Is there anyone who you have your eyes on to get the boot next? Or
I'll definitely be watching the show every night.
Amazing.
I'll follow the live stream till I'm at work, but I'll try.
Yeah.
But no, look, obviously I want Holly to go out next, but ironically I've saved her.
Yeah.
So I guess Jane will go next. She annoys people with she's a bit of a bossy boots, and maybe Connor. But Connor, the fact that he cooks everything might just save him, because you go in to nominate him, and then you're like, oh shit, he cooks every night.
Is Jane is Jane annoying people in the house, because she got voted in, and then within a day or two, people were going, this isn't who we thought she was.
No, she's annoying all of us.
Yeah.
She's not a cute old granny. She's grumpy granny.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
a pain. No, she's a pain. Well, I like her, but again, not someone I'd hang out with outside the house by choice. But no, mate, she's a pain in the ass.
All right.
We all think it.
There was a big blow up with her and Holly over the kissing. That's right. And then there was the blow up. You were there at the table where there was the big blow up with Abiola and Holly as well. Holly's involved in all of these things.
I was going to cause the drama that night, but we didn't even get to all the topics.
Yeah.
We had some great topics that were going to come up that night, like the gender pay gap and all these things. That was going to be my time to shine. And then Abiola just storms off at the table.
Yeah.
So, I was just stunned into silence.
Oh my goodness. Hey, we got to see a lot of. I got a notification on my phone this morning from Google, and it was a news alert, and it said the most controversial Big Brother housemate evicted early. Did you think going in that you would be known as the controversial guy? Was that a moniker you were expecting?
Well, I don't think I'm controversial, because I think everything I say is the absolute truth of the matter. But that's just me.
Stick to your guns.
Yeah, I have discovered that there are people with differing opinions that are all incorrect in the way they view the world.
Yeah, sure.
That's not their fault, and I can't blame them for their deficiencies. I just have to live and let live, and eventually they'll grow up and come to realise that I speak as the truth.
So what is...
If I truly believe that, wouldn't I be a bigot? I don't actually believe that.
We've got to have a little bit of that ego and a little bit of that confidence in us.
But I wanted to go into the house with that kind of level of bravado, because that's what Big Brother put me in there for,
Absolutely.
So I wasn't going to go in there and sit on the fence and just be like, oh, yeah, so you're bisexual, yeah, you identify as this. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. No. Then Big Brother would have been like, why the hell did I cast you? So, of course, I thought I was going to be nominated first week. And then being nominated first week, of course, I thought the oldest person would go. Well, in the end, the oldest person didn't go. But the oldest bloke went. And I was always at risk, of course. Yeah, I knew this was, a high probability.
Amazing. And the people you've spoken to since you've gotten out, do you think people have been surprised, the people that knew you, or do you think they got exactly what they expected knowing you were going in?
They've heard it all before.
They've heard it before.
No one I knew was surprised at all. No. They would have been more surprised if I hadn't said what I said. Hey
man, I'd love to keep chatting, but we got to wrap up. I'll just ask you really quickly. What's on next? You're up on the Gold Coast still? Do you have a couple of days to hang out, or what are you doing?
I've got a few more interviews. I'm going to Dreamworld this afternoon.
Beautiful.
And I'm back on tonight's show with Mel.
That's right. I'll be there.
And then I'm back to work tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Straight back to it.
Work is everywhere these days, right? It's in your hand.
Of course.
But back to work properly tomorrow. And then, I don't know. Who knows what Big Brother has in store for me? Yeah.
Who knows where it could go?
Big Brother owns me until the end of the show just because I'm out of the house. I'm still under Big Brother's control. So who knows?
That's right. Wouldn't be a bad thing seeing more of you in any setting in the house again. Who knows?
Yeah, no, sure. Whatever Big Brother wants, I will conform.
Amazing. Hey, man, thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day of interviews, and I will be bumping into you, I'm sure, at the live shows tonight.
Yeah, well, I'll see you. Do come up and introduce yourself.
Absolutely. Look forward to it, Michael. Really appreciate it.
See you tonight.
There you go. That was Evictee, number 1 for Big Brother Australia 2025. Michael, I thought he had a bit of life left in the tank in there. As I said, I was not prepared or expecting to talk to him today. I'm allowed to say this. I thought it was going to be Holly. I think most people thought Holly was going to be gone. And I know Mike Goldman said this at the live shows last night, but I think quite a few people might have actually been confused going onto the website with the format, people being used to evicting people and they would vote to evict as opposed to voting to save. This time you would vote for who you wanted to save. And I think a lot of people were going onto the site and not reading not even the fine print. It literally says above, vote to save. Mike Goldman said, yeah, people were coming up to me and saying, hey, I just went and voted to evict Holly. And it's like, no, you've just voted to save Holly. I think quite a few people did that this week. I don't know if that's enough to skew or throw the votes entirely in her favor. But either way, it is Michael that was gone. And Michael was, there was, in the short time he had in the house, he ruffled some feathers and he definitely had a bit of fun. I want to tell you now that over the course of the week, I'm going to be doing a retrospective podcast at some point. I don't know how long I'm going to go for. I wasn't going to do it. I was just going to do housemate interviews, but I've had a few people message me and ask me to do that, so I will do it. I'm not going to lie. It's just different because Jaden's not here anymore. Jaden, my old co-host, is no longer a part of the show, unfortunately. So it's sort of weird spitballing, talking to myself. It's just a bit of a change of tone, change of vibe for me. But we'll adapt. We adapt. But in the meantime, the interviews are a lot of fun. Like I said, thank you so much to the people that are working on the show, that are helping out and sorting these interviews out for me. It's really appreciate it. That's all. I'll leave it at that. We'll talk soon. Peace.